For this next question, we'll start with Carly. What are the big challenges or barriers to implementing sponge city approaches in New Zealand?
Well, I feel like perhaps one of the bigger ones is probably a lack of a sense of urgency and a lack of prioritization and risk assessment. So I feel like as I mentioned earlier, we're not really assessing which places are most at risk. We're sort of responding after an emergency and cleaning up the mess, and then quickly trying to sort out the problems that we've now discovered there. So I think having a real strategic plan around understanding which places in New Zealand are most at risk, and having a plan in place to address those places that are most at risk first, and having central funding to do that is really important. We're doing some of that, but I don't think we're doing it properly and consistently. And also addressing the fact that we're losing green space at such a rate, I think is another a really important thing that we need to do, and we had quite a few recommendations in the report to turn that around. But yeah, I think those are two of the two key things that we probably need to be getting stuck into. What about you guys? Yeah,
I think certainly retrofitting our urban areas is a really big challenge, and not to be sniffed at. And certainly kind of if we're looking to enhance those green open spaces in these areas, it tends to immediately fall foul of each development's limitations of direct economic costs, as opposed to the opportunity cost benefits that can be accrued. And so certainly we recommend within our work that we should be looking to enable us to look at the whole of life costing, including the things that are regularly called intangible benefits. So it's not just a fiscal decision. Our pace of urban renewal is slow, and probably would be about an average 1% of a city per year might get renewed. So it's going to take a long time. So you need to set that vision. It may, of course, have been accelerated in more recent times by the catastrophic events of recent disasters and the recent policy settings around urban intensification. So there's an opportunity there for us to really land significant change when we're renewing our urban areas. And then the challenge of actual delivery really ranges from the traditional gambit of there's a shortage of technical expertise. There's always issues around aligning budgets and programs across multiple stakeholders. And actually we need that timely, open and honest interagency collaboration with a large focus really on who looks after it for the long run, to make sure that the facilities are performing as we expect them to do over the long time. And of course, who pays.